years.
Very good morning and a warm welcome to this special live broadcast on the State of the Region address for the Khomas region. I'm saying Khomas because that's how you say it according to the people who speak the language, but you're also welcome to say Khomas region. And we're coming to you live from the Khomas Regional Council, where in a few moments' time, Lord McLeod-Katjirua, the governor of the Khomas region, will account to the stakeholders and the residents of the Khomas region as to how the Khomas region is doing in various areas, where it being housing, water, sanitation, and all the other areas that she will be covering during her speech. Now, before that, we will be having an analysis, or give people, the guests that I'm having with me, will be giving their expectations about the speech. And for that, I'm joined by Mr. Haikali, Ndatulumukwa Haikali, a Youth in Agriculture Namibia founder, and right next to him we have Professor Rhoda Berish from the Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Resources at the University of Namibia. Very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So Kali, let's perhaps start off with you by just sharing what your expectations are when it comes to what you expect from the State of the Region address by the governor.
Okay, I think firstly we are in the moment where the country and the young people are in desperate time to know what the government and what the leadership has for us in store. And we are talking about several sectors. We are talking about the private sector, which include of the young entrepreneurs and the business people. And of course, since this is the capital city, the young people, particularly the ones that are in the Khomas setting, they would want to know what are the initiations and the programs that the regional leadership is putting in place to ensure that they provide a conducive environment for the young people to flourish. And also we also have our what we call our black market. What are the programs that are targeted to ensure that our memes and the tates that make a living by selling on the road are not affected by the ongoing. Are not affected by the ongoing socio-economic issues that are currently happening. And also one thing is also on the jobs creation. The young people are mostly interested in what the regional leadership has in place to ensure that we create more jobs, sustainable jobs for the young people, or what other policies will be put in place to ensure that we promote the jobs creation by the captains of the industries. And as well also the housing, we understand that Windhoek has a housing crisis. Many young people, almost everyone, is in desperate in need of housing, is in very high demand. And I think one of the most key expectations from us, the public, will to know how will the regional leadership, together with the relevant stakeholders, address the issue of the housing.
Prof. Peters, what are your expectations, and perhaps also just underline for us the importance of the State of the Region addresses that were introduced under the leadership of the late President, Dr. Hage Geingob?
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be able to address this forum. And according to me, the State of the Region address is very, very important because it gives a chance for the leadership to express their progress, their initiatives, their innovations, their budget, the plans in every sector, and it gives a chance also for the residents to ask questions and to be able to get a feedback for their concerns, because there will definitely be concerns that people are asking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And talking about concerns, let's quickly take a look at the views of the residents of the Khomas region to gauge what their feelings are about what they think the leadership is doing right and what they think needs improvement.
Yes, I'm sure.
No, hold on. I'm going to watch.
Regarding on education, because like now in school textbooks are available, but with chairs they didn't improve on that. So I wish they visit like schools and then they really check on what's missing in schools.
The sisters have complained that the hospital was in a very bad state, and since they complained and we put patients first, I think they probably listened, the ministry listened, and they decided to remodel the hospital. And also the attitude of the patients, of the nurses have changed towards the patient.
No help for street vendors. As you can see, the street vendors, they're sitting at an unsafe place. Like if the rain comes, anything can happen, stock can be damaged.
When the changes come, we have to actually be effective in a more better manner. It's like, for me, I'm a sports player. And as I can see in our sport sector, we actually have great talent that can be exposed into bettering this nation, just being exposed into new facilities.
The Khomas governor just needs to make more job opportunities available.
Governor of Windhoek, what he has done so far, none. I haven't seen any changes recently. Everything has just stayed the same.
A lot of more jobs should be created. We have a lot of young people that are walking around in the streets.
We are seeing some progress as far as the education system is improving, as well as the health. So we just give a big of applause, especially to the governor.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the special live broadcast of the State of the Region address that will be delivered by the Khomas Governor McLeod-Katjirua in a few moments. In the meantime, we're having a pre-discussion, and what we just saw there were the views of predominantly, well, if not all of them, very young people sharing their their sentiments and their views and their opinions of what they think needs to be done. Mr. Ekali, there were issues raised about the healthcare system, education, and most importantly, youth opportunities. And I think that is a central theme in not only in the Khomas region, but all across the country. What do you think is the biggest challenge for regional leadership in providing the opportunities for young people?
Okay. First, I think one of the key issues that I think will need to be addressed, especially in the capital, is the issue of creating a conducive environment for young entrepreneurs to flourish in setting up their businesses and for the businesses to keep on being sustainable in the current state of affairs. And to the young people, I think the issue of funding, this is not just upon the regional leadership, but it needs a collective effort from all the stakeholders in the country, because we have, for example, the incubation programs that bring in the young people to ensure that they successfully establish and they work towards to their dreams of establishing their companies is very slow, and this needs to be addressed by addressing the issue of funding facilities to the young people.
Yeah, so I got to cut you short, but we understand that the proceedings are about to start, so we'll now cross over to the chambers and continue our discussion right after the speech is delivered by the governor.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May we remain standing for the prayer. Almighty God, who by thy omnipotence and omnipresence sustains and directs human destiny and institutes government of men and women, we praise and thank thee for this beautiful land, Namibia. Let thy abundant blessings and wisdom therefore descend upon us here in this regional council, and grant that we may humbly and responsibly deliberate on all matters entrusted to us for the upliftment and welfare of the citizens of this country. We ask all this in the name of our Lord and Liberator. Amen. We may be seated. Thank you very much. Application for leave of absence. Let me just indicate the absence of the two honorables that gave apologies, Honorable Muteka as well as Honorable Kalola. May we now move for the adoption of the agenda. Honorable members, Honorable Kua.
I here adopt the agenda.
Thank you very much. Secondments?
I want to take a second.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kasep. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable McLeod-Katjirua, Governor of Khomas Region, Honorable Regional Councillors present, Your Worship the Mayor of the City of Windhoek in absentia, Queen Kamati, and other local authority councillors present, if there are any, the Chief Regional Officer of Khomas Regional Council, Mr. Clement Mafila, all management cadres and representatives from all line ministries, staff members present, dear residents and stakeholders of Khomas region, members of the media, viewers and listeners on different media platforms, ladies and gentlemen, good morning once more again.
Good morning.
I'm honored to welcome you all this morning to this special session of Khomas Regional Council, which allows the Honorable Governor of Khomas Region to execute her constitutional mandate as entrusted upon her office. As per Article 110A, 5 and 6 of the Namibian Constitution, the Governor of a region shall address the Regional Council on the state of the region, planned activities of central government in the region, report on the activities of central government of the previous year in the region, and be available to respond to questions. The state of the region address therefore aims to account to residents and nation on the implementation of previous, ongoing, and planned government policies, programs, projects, and activities in the region. As such, the Governor of Khomas region requested for this special session to address the Regional Council, residents, and stakeholders of Khomas region and the nation at large. In conclusion, I would like to thank you all for taking the time and availing yourselves to attend this important special session of the Council. Equally so, I wish to kindly request for your full attention during the proceedings of this special session. I thank you. May I now invite the Honorable Governor to address us.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. You may be seated. Honorable Chairperson of the Regional Council, Shalukeni John Monde, Councillor of John Pandeni constituency, Her Worship the Mayor Queen Kamati, Mayor of the City of Windhoek, Honorable Regional and Local Authority Councillors present, Chief Juliana Cavases, Commanding Traditional Authority and Delegation, respected community and religious leaders, Chief Regional Officer of the Khomas Regional Council, CEO of the City of Windhoek, and management caterers of the City of Windhoek and the Regional Council, Commissioner of the Police Regional Commander of Khomas Region, respected members of the CDCs, the Red Cross Society Fraternity, fellow citizens of the Khomas region. Allow me to say all protocol is observed. Honorable Chairperson of the Khomas Regional Council and honorable members, it is against that time we are required to live to the letter and spirit of Article 1 and 110A, subsection 5 and 6 of the Constitution of the Republic of Namibia to present our 9th Khomas State of the Regional Address known as SORA for the year 2024. This year, 2024, is the year of expectations and elections, started on a very sorrowful note with the unexpected departure of our beloved late President, Dr. Hake Godfrey Geingob, on the 4th of February, 2024. May his soul rest in peace. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the 2024 as the year of expectations and election, as declared by our departed President Dr. Hake Geingob, is a year of different expectations and greatly anticipated general elections that require extraordinary preparation for an extraordinary destiny. Our just concluded census produced the preliminary updated figure of the population in different constituencies and the region at large, which reflect an evident population increase of 3.56%, equal to 152,464 from 342,141 to 494,605, giving you a population density of 13.4% per square meter, persons per square meter. This census reflection is a clear caution or eye-opener for us to prepare for the set extraordinary mission of effective and efficient service delivery as a region. It is with this conviction that I now present our 2023-2024 performance and our future plans for our collective measurements and assessment to pave our way in responding to the ever outspreading obligation of service delivery to Khomas residents. Under economic sector, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Member, the Ministry of Finance and Public Enterprises, the government continue with the implementation of the financing strategy as vehicle to wealth creation and promotion of employment amongst the Namibians as well as economic growth. At the end of October 2023, an amount of 40 million was applied through First National Bank and Standard Bank of Namibia under the Credit Guarantee Scheme, with 21.7 million approved supporting 6 sectors, creating and or sustaining 47 SMEs while creating 336 jobs across the 10 regions. The Ministry of Finance and Public Enterprises facilitated the screening and identification process in which the following projects were identified for implementation in Khomas region. The development of village students accommodation under the Ministry of Higher Education, Training and Innovation, 25 megawatt solar PV under the city of Windhoek. Under infrastructure sector, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Members, Ministry of Information and Communication Technology, achievement in ICT sector during 2023 and 2024 financial year. The Ministry drafted the National Digital Strategy and its implementation action plan that aims to effectively utilize digital technologies. It is through the National Broadband Policy implementation that the sector noted improved coverage and access to quality broadband infrastructure and services. Khomas region has recorded growth in all mobile broadband, 3G and 4G coverage in terms of population coverage. Compared to the other region, Khomas is the second region with the highest coverage in terms of 4G services. ICT Public Enterprises Initiative MTC Namibia. Since its inception in 1995, MTC has consistently demonstrated a strong commitment to innovation, inclusivity, and excellence, significantly shaping Namibia's digital landscape. Key achievement: MTC boasts a robust network coverage of 98% of the Namibian population, extending mobile broadband access to 87.4% of Namibians. MT is not only contributing to the well-being of the community, but also creating direct employment opportunities through initiatives such as the National Internship Program and the construction project. Indirect employment opportunities are also generated through the support for orphans and vulnerable children, as well as the ongoing activities at the Hope Village in Khomas region, which may require additional staffing and support services. Powercom, a total number of 20 greenfield communication towers are planned to be constructed between 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 financial year in the Khomas region to the tune of approximately 30 million, as further outlined below. 3 projects to the tune of 4.5 million in Eros, Rocky Crest, and Dunfermline is currently underway. 6 new sites to the value of 9 million is planned. 10 sites to the value of 16.5 million is being prepared for the next financial year, and the environmental impact assessment is underway. 6 new sites in Ludwigsdorp, Rocky Crest, Faith City, Rocky Crest, Extension 4, Sam Nujoma Stadium, Ongos Valley, Figenstein are planned for Khomas region for the current financial year to the cost of approximately 9 million. 6 new sites were approved and planned for the upcoming financial year for the tune of 16.5 million. The sites are Grace Block, Hakahana, Independence Stadium, Katutura, Khomasdal, Lafrance Industrial, Northern Industrial, Topen Glen, and Wanahenda, and the impact assessment is also underway. Telecom Namibia, TN, plans to modernize its fixed and mobile case switchboard and control system, replacing it with a fixed mobile conveyor core network as per global trend to support innovative products and services and to reduce operational expenses. FTTX development is planned for the following areas: Imbabesia, Elsenheim, Phase 2 and 3, Hochland Park, Extension 1, Khomasdal, Old Academia, Old Hochland Park, Old Pioneers Park, Rocky Crest, Extension 4, Tappen Glen, and Wanahenda. Mobile development is planned at the following sites, and that is at Eros, Rocky Crest, Extension 4, Danfiliun, Congontia, Ongos Valley, Drombos, Ludwigsdorf, Rocky Crest, Face City, Rocky Crest, Extension 4, Katutura, Sem, Nuyoma, Figenstein, Mesete Street, MTC. Other projects targeted especially in the Khomas region were completed, upgrading on MSAN nodes in Klein Windhoek, Sculpture Street, Beijing Street, Andrew Mohale Street, Simbabesia, and Topengland. An upgrade of fixed wireless access network was done at Eishipena. Upgrade on backhaul capacity between Cross Hedgehog and Groothoop to improve services. The NBC, in partnership with LAN with the Khomas Regional Council, KRC, have commissioned a two-part documentary services titled Khomas Regional Council Empowering Communities Through Good Governance. This initiative involved extensive interview conducted by the NBC production team with key stakeholders such as the regional governor, the 10 constituency councillors, top management of the Khomas Regional Council, project beneficiaries, and residents of the Khomas region. The primary objective of this project is to educate the public about the Regional Council responsibilities, systematic process for identifying and planning development project in both urban and rural areas in the Khomas region. Ministry of Works and Transport, the ministry has employed 5,432 youth through the Association of Unemployed Artisans of Namibia to renovate dilapidated government buildings, houses, and facilities in Khomas region. The association renovated, among others, Police House in Robert Mugabe Avenue opposite to the old State House, VVIP Police Headquarters and Boundary Wall, houses at the old State House, interlocking project, and Trans-Kalahari Corridor. The ministry also successfully completed the implementation and maintenance and rehabilitation of Eros and Hosea Kutako International Airport. Road Authority, the status of ongoing projects in Khomas regions are as follows. Windhoek Hosea Kutako International Airport, Phase 1, which is 8 kilometers, the upgrading to dual carriageway, freeway standards, including access to Prosperita. This project has been completed and it created employment to 373 people. Windhoek Hosea Kutako International Airport Phase 1, which is the 12-kilometer south link to roadblock extension, is completed and it created employment to 115 people. Windhoek Hosea Kutako International Airport Phase 2A, which is the upgrading to dual carriageway freeway standard. This project consists of road works for a dual carriageway road bridges for split level interchanges at various road intersections, river bridges, and other drainage structures where water courses are crossed. This project has created jobs to 254 people. Hosea Kutako International Airport Phase 2B, which is the upgrading to dual carriageway freeway standard. This project is the third phase of the construction to freeway standard of a new freeway between Windhoek and the Hosea Kutako International Airport, with its alignment located to the south of the existing Trunk Road 6, Section 1 to the airport. It will start at CV26 to the west of the main road, MR33 to Dortapes, and continue to the east of the airport where it joins the existing B6 to C8 and Hopapes over a length of approximately 21.3 kilometers. This project has created employment to 365 people. Windhoek Okahanja Section 4A extension upgrading to dual carriageway freeway standard. These projects involve the rehabilitation and upgrading to dual carriageway of TR1/6 between Windhoek and Okahanja Section 4A extension of Makunde interchange to Oshuarongo interchange. The total length is 21 kilometers. This project has provided 310 employment. The groundbreaking ceremony commenced the dual carriage of the Awas Road. Was done on the 25th of July 2024. The project was solely funded by the government of the Republic of Namibia through the Road Authority Fund Administration at a total cost of approximately 138 million. The project will be executed in 2 phases. Phase 1 will cost approximately 30 million and phase 2 will cost approximately 108 million. All the above mentioned projects was fully funded by the government or the state. The following projects are funded by RFA. MR49 Windhoek-Kuppenberg, the construction of the low-volume seal, the project is ongoing, 26 kilometers, was re-gravelled on DR826. MR47 upgrading to low-volume seal road authority will be commencing with the construction of 5 kilometers shortly. Way forward upgrading to bitumen and dual carriageway standard of the DR1982 Windhoek to Walvis Bay and the DR1/5 Windhoek to Rehoboth sectoral social sector. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the Ministry of Sports, Youth and National Service. Youth Development. During the financial year 2023-2024, Khomas Region Youth Office achieved significant milestone that underscore our dedication to youth employment and community empowerment. One notable achievement was the successful implementation of a Memorandum of Understanding between One Economic Foundation and the Ministry of Sports, Youth and National Service. This collaboration led to the initiation and launch of the Be Free Youth Campus. Furthermore, our region proudly serves at PEPFAR Dreams region, demonstrating our commitment to supporting the health and well-being of adolescents, girls, and young women. This was done under the G2G COP22, which targeted 209 AGW, of which we managed to reach 240 young girls. In addition to our efforts in health and empowerment, our regions remain committed to providing essential skills training to our youth. As part of our ongoing basic skills training for youth program, we successfully provided skills training in various areas. Especially, we offered basic computer literacy skills training to 554 youth and basic tailoring and designing to 32 youth. Moreover, we have implemented progressive stakeholders engagement with the physical active youth, offering after-school tutoring for in-school youth through programs like the Basketball Artist School, which provide sports and academic tutoring for vulnerable youth. Additionally, we have partnered with the Namibian College of Technology and Vocational Training to offer vocational training opportunities. These include agricultural level 2 and 3 programs through the National Training Authority and Social Security funded programs, enabling youth to acquire valuable skills for employment and self-sufficiency. Under the PEPFAR Dream Project funding, 9 adolescents, girls, and young women benefited from the basic business startup kits, which include beauty salon, mini shop, takeaways, and other trade initiatives. This initiative provides them with the means to start their own businesses, promoting economic independence and sustainability. Furthermore, a youth entrepreneurs or enterprise from Samora Machel constituency under the 121 youth enterprises received their startup loan as facilitated by the Development Bank of Namibia, promoting entrepreneurship and economic growth in our region. This initiative reflects our holistic approach to the youth development, encompassing education, health, economic empowerment, sports, and entrepreneurship. As we continue our efforts to create opportunities and champion the aspiration of our next generation. Under sports development, sports facilities, the ministry has budgeted 20 million under the operational budget for maintenance of a ministerial building and stadium, and that will include Katutura Sports Complex, the Ongos Valley Sports Stadium development with a capacity of 28,000 plus spectator seats has been launched this year in Moses Garweb constituency. This development is poised to become a beacon of pride equipped with state-of-the-art facilities designed to host a diverse range of sporting events and entertainment spectacles. It represents a major investment in the future of our community, promising to bring economic growth, job creation, and an elevating profile for Namibia on the global stage. The project is estimated at a cost of 2 billion. School sports. In October 2023, Cabinet approved an integrated physical education and school sports policy. The implementing agency, Namibia School Sports Union, has been allocated a budget of 6 million under the new budget. Ministry of Gender Equality, Poverty Eradication and Social Welfare, Social Assistance Grant. The ministry has spent about 49 million on social grant, old age pension and disability, equating to 35,210 old age beneficiaries, while 10.7 million of orphans and vulnerable children grant benefited 26,530 for the financial year 2023-2024 in Khomas region. Gender equality. During the project under review, the ministry conducted 8 community sensitization workshops and meeting on GBV prevention and response were held in the region, which reached a total of 1,327 people, 815 were female and 512 were male. While the male materials on advisory services, a total of 67, which is translated to 25 female, 42 female horticultural produce were trained or advised on horticultural production. Additionally, 77 male and 199 female aspiring community members in all constituencies were trained in horticulture production under the Khomas Capacity Building Project. Poultry Value Chain Development Scheme to the budget of around 500,000 was availed for the 2020-24 financial year, of which 496,000 was spent. A total number of 47 small-scale poultry producers, 200 males and 27 females, benefited from this subsidy. Producers benefited from the breeding stocks, production stocks of layers, housing materials, poultry equipment, and veterinary medicine under the subsidy. A total of 319 of 108 male and 211 female community members were trained under the Khomas Capacity Building Project on poultry production. NAMSIP, a total of 4 working tractors with mashing equipments were produced to provide plowing services of small-scale producers with land less than 1 hectare in Windhoek rural areas. Demonstrations on the utilization of the equipment were made to communities in Nawasport and Groothoop on the utilization of the tractors. A big tractor with mashing equipment was procured and was stationed at the Windhoek Rural Constituency Office. The tractors provided plowing services for farmers surrounding Groothoop. A total of 22 hectares were serviced by the tractor as from January to March this year, whereas a total of 5 farmers benefited from the working tractor plowing service. 3 more big tractors are expected to be delivered in the next financial year to provide plowing for Dortapes and Nawasport. The tractors will also be used for the cutting and harvesting fodder grass during the off-season. The project also provides for other agricultural equipment such as jump seats, drillers, transplanters, and weeding cultivars. These equipments are available for loaning at the Windhoek DAPWES office. Comprehensive Conservation Agriculture Program. The aim of the program is to promote the use of conservation agricultural practice. Its core function is to capacitate producers of principle of CA. A total of 67, 25 male and 42 female horticultural produce were trained on climate-smart agriculture practices, and 6 leading farmers were identified to assist with promotion of CAA. A total of 200,000 Namibian dollars was budgeted for activities on CA. About 90,000 was committed to lead farmers training and exposure. The rest of the fund will be used to procure trained material and establishing a demo plot at farm facilities. Drought situation in Khomas region, Windhoek rural constituency in particular has an agricultural land of 1,206 farms which are heavily affected by the prevailing drought. The government, through the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, is supporting the drought-affected farmers by implementing a livestock support intervention of subsidized activities such as livestock marketing, lease of grazing, fodder and transport to and from grazing area. In this regard, a total of 156 applicants were received and processed. Resettlement program in Khomas region during the 2023-24 financial year, 1 farm measuring 8,000 hectares was acquired but not yet advertised for allocation. A total of 14 farms were advertised under the National Resettlement Program with a total of 24 farming units. A total of 1,065 applications were received and processed by Khomas Regional Office. Out of the applications received, only 2 applicants were successfully allocated farming units for resettlement purpose. Implementation of the water-related intervention in Khomas region, 7 boreholes were drilled and successfully installed in Dortapes area at the value of 1.7 million. Emergency drilling is ongoing on 12 boreholes to the value of 4.5 million in Nawasport, Dortapes, and Saturn Slough areas. All these boreholes will be installed based on the water quality and required yield. 7 boreholes were drilled, only 5 were successful, and 1 borehole was rehabilitated in Groote up to the value of 4 million. The main purpose of this borehole is to increase sustainable water supply to Groote up settlement and support farmers. As a way forward, the KRC plan to establish 10 water points in Windhoek Rural and also provide 10,000-litre water tanks and tank stands through NAMSIP project support. National Housing Enterprise, during the period under review, NHE has completed 21 housing units under the informal settlement upgrading program in Korea Hub Dam and Greenwell to the value of 5.2 million. The way forward, under the low-income apartments project, NHE plans to construct 171 houses units to the value of 80.9 million in the area of Oshomuse, Korea Hub Dam, and Windhoek West. They also plan to construct 100 housing units under the informal settlement upgrading program in Windhoek Phase 2 to the value of 25 million. Namibia Housing Action Group, and Sheikh Dwellers Federation of Namibia. In alignment with the regional goals for sustainable development, Namibia Housing Action Group, Sheikh Dwellers Federation of Namibia, has been dedicated to advancing housing and community development initiative in the Khomas region. Our efforts have centered on addressing housing challenges, improving living standard, and fostering inclusive communities. Sheikh Dwellers Federation of Namibia has 7,199 members, which are as follows: 6,031 members without land, 1,168 with land, 54 members at mixed settlement, 264 members at Dortapes, and 49 members at Grotau. Their achievement through strategic partnership and innovative approaches, Sheikh Dwellers Federation of Namibia have successfully constructed 6 low-cost houses within the informal settlement of Windhoek, namely Okahanja Park 4 and Havana 2, enabling families to access safe and dignified living space. During the year under review, Namibia Housing Action Group, Sheikh Dwellers Federation of Namibia collaborated with esteemed partners including the Namibian University of Science and Technology and the City of Windhoek to upgrade 2 blocks in the Peter Nanyemba informal settlement consisting about 1,200 households. These transformative initiatives aim to enhance infrastructure, improve service delivery, and promote sustainable urban development. Office of the Governor. The Office of the Governor donated an amount of 25,000 to the Never Walk Alone MTC initiative. The initiative aimed to sponsoring school shoes to needy school learners. The office also donated materials and equipment to upcoming SMEs, soup kitchens, and daycare centers as follows: Sunano Daycare and pre-primary to the value of 65,700, Unrest Investment CC to the tune of 40,000, Mrs. Isi Kasaona to the tune of 20,000, and Darius Clay to the tune of 48,000, and the soup kitchen to the tune of 135,000. The office also sponsored 3 students for their studies to the tune of 58,000, and we also sponsored cooking equipment to the Windhoek Regional Police Cell to the value of 123,000. The office also procured school shoes to the value of 79,000 to be handed over to the needy children through the Back to School program at Mixed Primary School in Windhoek Rural Constituency. And also the office provided through running group of companies assisted 8 students financially to the value of 100,000 at different institutions of learning around Khomas region. Khomas Regional Council Education. The Khomas region has 141 schools with a total number of 106,350 learners. The learners' population in the region has grown by 18% in the past 6 years, from 90,360 learners in 2019 to 160,356 in 2024. Making an annual growth of 2,665 learners. The 2,665 annual learners population growth translates into the annual need of 72 additional classrooms, at least 3 fully fledged schools in the region every year. The Namibian Senior Secondary Ordinary level result for 2023 shows an improvement which is spiraling the directorate into academic improvement trajectory. 1,610 learners qualified to proceed to Namibia's Senior Secondary Certificate Advanced Subsidiary level in 2024 in comparison to 1,290 in 2023. This is an increase of 7.9 from 25.8% to 33.7% in 2022 and respectively 2023. This has seen the Khomas region emerging on top position of the national ranking of the Namibian senior secondary ordinary level. The region, however, has dropped in the national ranking at Namibia Senior Secondary Certificate Advanced Subsidiary level from position 7 in 2022 to position 10 in 2023. The region continued to implement its regional academic improvement strategies coupled with continued monitoring of quality teaching and learning on a daily basis. Under NAMCOL's scholarship program, the Regional Council assisted 103 NAMCOL students to upgrade their grade 11 and 12 results to the tune of 147,000 in 2024 from all our 10 constituencies. Financial assistance program, the Khomas assisted 69 students starting at accredited higher institutions of learning with a combined registration fee amounting to 220,000 in 2024 from all our 10 constituencies. Drought relief program, the Khomas Regional Drought Relief Program, which started and end 2023 which started October 2023 to end June 2025, continue to provide the monthly ration of 20 kg maize, 1 bottle of cooking oil, 750 milliliter, 4 tins of fish, 400 grams, or 750 of soya beans to 34 localities in Windhoek Rural, which represent 4,334 beneficiaries in total. Safety and security, in order to address the safety and security of the residents and combating crime, and Regional Council resolved to allocate resources to assist the Namibian police to repair some of their grounded 8 vehicles, as well as the renovation of Windhoek Regional Police holding cells in the region. An amount of 1.5 million has been allocated. Minor capital projects or programs, a budget amounting to 16 million was availed to implement projects, of which 12 are completed and 8 at various stages of implementation are as follows. Renovation of Hakahana Clinic is completed to the value of 1.2 million, and the handover is planned for the 7th of August 2024. Procurement of equipment for the Rural Information Communication Technology Center at Huroutop in Windhoek Rural, Topias Ainyeko constituency is completed to the value of 150,000 Namibian dollars. Procurement of laboratory equipment for Acacia Secondary School is ongoing, and so far an amount of 217,000 has been paid. Renovation of 4 classroom blocks at Aistian Camp Primary School is completed to the value of 674,000. And procurement of chairs and desks for Westmont Secondary School is ongoing. An amount of 143,000 has been paid so far. Procurement of chairs and desks for Monte Cristo Primary School is ongoing, and an amount of 112,000 has been paid. Procurement of textbook for schools in all our 10 constituencies was completed to the value of 2.1 million, and these books have already been handed over. Procurement of kitchen equipment, chairs, table for Moses Garwep and Namibia Primary Schools, it's completed at the value of 398,000, and the handing is over is planned for the 6th of August 2024. Procurement of medical equipment for mixed settlement outreach clinic completed to the value of 73,000. and the procurement of an ambulance for the Windhoek Rural constituency to the Khomas Regional Health Directorate to the value of 1.3 million, and the handing over is planned for the 7th of August 2024. Construction of a prefabricated clinic at Mix Settlement is completed to the tune of 442,000. Procurement of 8 CCTV cameras for Samora Machel constituency is completed to the value of 563,000, and construction of 3 classroom block at Monte Cristo Primary School is completed to the value of 1.2 million. Renovation and repair work, including the air conditioning system at Katjirua Health Care Center, is completed to the value of 1.5 million. And the renovation and repair works at Donkerhoek Clinic is completed to the value of 1.5 million, and the handover is planned for the 7th of August 2024. The construction of Module 4 classroom at West Mount Secondary School is ongoing. Provision of community Wi-Fi at Khomasdal constituency office library is ongoing, and the installation of high mask light in Samora Machel constituency is also ongoing. Furthermore, the following projects are approved and for implementation in 2024-2025 financial year. Renovation of classroom and construction of toilets at Emmanuel Shifiti to the value of 1.5 million. Renovation and upgrading of Ashipena Sports Field, lawn toilets and pavilion at a cost of 1.5 million. Upgrading of Bethel Kashimune, is it correct? Kashimune Himumune, yeah, to the value of 300,000. Installation of high mask light in Moses Garweb constituency to the value of 1.5 million. Refurbishment of school chairs and desks to the value of 1.5 million in Windhoek West constituency. Prefabricated container offices at Klein Windhoek Police Station at the value of 450,000, and the handover is planned for the 6th of August 2024. Renovation and upgrading of sports field at Grootaup to the value of 1.5 million. Fencing of education, health and police plot to the value of 1 million in Samora Machel constituency. Construction of 3 rooms for antenatal care at Khomasdal PHC clinic to the value of 1.5 million, and constituency minor capital projects to the value of 2.5 allocated to all the 10 constituencies. Water intervention project program with regard to the provision of water infrastructure, particularly to the rural residents of the region. The regional councils allocated resources towards the drilling of boreholes and installment of water infrastructure in the Windhoek Rural constituency. An amount of 3.7 million was spent on the drilling of 13 boreholes at Hamas, Opat, Hatsamas, Stengwater, Gareb, Outapep, Farm Faciles, Gareb, Satanslocht, as well as Nawasport, Herman, Nawasport, and Weros. Installment of solar water pumping system with tank stands, water tank taps, and tap stand at Hamas, Opdam, Hatsamas, Stengwater. Outapep Faciles Dortapes was completed. 10 water points committee were also established, and training to ensure the sustainable utilization and management of water resources under the community-based natural resources management policy of the government. The Council is also committed to make budgetary provision every year to ensure the provision of potable water for human and animal consumption, as well as for the industry in the rural area of the region in a form of drilling, installation, rehabilitation of boreholes, and construction of water pipes. Income generating activities To address unemployment, the Council has continued with its SME support program called the Incoming Generating Activities Program, under which SMEs are assisted with equipment and material. An amount of 1.5 million was spent in 2023-24 to finance 182 SME projects through Income Generating Activities Program, ranging from catering businesses, fashion and design, laundry services, arts, craft and graphic and welding, etc. Khomas joined informal resettlement upgrading pilot project, and an effort to address the housing shortage in the region. The Khomas Regional Council and other stakeholders contributed to the construction of low-cost houses under the informal settlement upgrading pilot project. The Khomas Regional Council has continued with the allocation of 4.5 million under its capital budget to this noble cause. Rural Development Program benefited the most vulnerable, the unemployed youth, SME, elderly, and previously disadvantaged group. The projects aim to improve sanitation, creating employment, promoting entrepreneurship development in rural areas, and contributing to the country's economic and poverty reduction. The following 7 projects were supported to the tune of 268,000. 2 households were supported with 20 goals, 3 garden projects supported with materials, and 2 SME were supported with equipment and materials. Rural Sanitation Program, the Council constructed 103 toilets in different localities in Windhoek Rural Constituency at a cost of 1.2 million, 82 toilets at Stengwater and 21 at Hatsamas. As part of the pilot program to improve sanitation for the rural communities, a hybrid model of environmental-free dry pit latrine and wet flushing toilet for the communities that have access to running water was implemented. 5 septic tanks were constructed with the participation of beneficiaries, and existing VIP toilets were connected at a cost of 284,000. Food Support Program, distribution of food to the needy. Khomas Regional Council distributed 387 food parcels to the most vulnerable individuals in 9 constituencies to the tune of 167,000. Winter Safety Net Program, KRC, has observed with concern the increase in the number of persons living on the street, under the bridges, and without shelter. In an effort to assist, KRC has availed a yearly budget of 500,000 to procure, purchase blankets and winter clothing for people without shelter. For the coming winter, items targeted around this program targeted around 1,100 beneficiaries will be procured and distributed to the vulnerable members in all our 10 constituencies. Back to School Program, Council budgeted an amount of 500,000 yearly for school uniform and bags, was allocated to all the constituencies benefited based on the need of their communities. 411 learners from 38 schools in Khomas region has benefited under this program. The City of Windhoek. Land and housing delivery. The target for Greenfield Township establishment was 2 townships, and they were achieved 100%. The motivation for establishment of Khomasdal Extension 1718 was approved by the Urban and Regional Planning Board, paving way for land servicing. The target for Brownfield Township establishment was 2 townships. Only 1 township establishment was approved in Freedom Land B. The target for servicing of land was 700 erven. Due to lack of funds, only 88 erven were services in Kleina Kupe. The remaining of the erven are carried over to the next financial year. The target for construction of houses under the Windhoek Housing Program, formerly the Council Housing Program, was 60. A total of 8 houses were constructed in Khomasdal to test the approach and take lessons and the remaining 52 houses were not constructed due to lack of funds. The target for construction of houses under the Affordable Housing Program, the quadripartite arrangements MOU of the Urban and Rural Development Ministry, Khomas Regional Council, National Housing Enterprise, and the City of Windhoek was 300. A total of 240 houses were constructed. The remaining 60 houses and is due to pending statutory procedures, as a result, could not be worked on. Formalization and upgrading of informal settlement, a target for leases to be signed in the informal settlement was set at 1,000 leases. A total of 281 leases were signed in various upgraded informal settlement as part of the ongoing electrification program. The target for communal toilet was set at 76 toilets. A total of 16 toilets were installed in various informal settlement. The remaining 60 toilets were not installed due to contractual delays, rainy season, and construction holiday in December and January. The target for the communal standpipe was set at 54 water taps. A total of 21 water taps were installed in various informal settlements. The remaining 33 taps were not installed due to contractual delay, change of sites by the community, and construction of new illegal structures on the designated paths of water lines. Road with lengths of 11 kilometers was set for construction of upgrading and bitumen standard. Due to challenges faced with approved of new township and contractual issues, only 300 meters of Sukot Street was achieved. The remaining part of the target is moved over to the subsequent year when township are ready for installation of services and infrastructure. Basic services. A total of 500 electricity connection was planned in various upgraded informal settlement. Due to increase in prices, some tenders have been cancelled and only 109 houses were electrified. In an effort to secure long-term electricity supply to Windhoek, Council is implementing a revised electricity master plan. About 57% of the plan was implemented during the period under review. 29 megawatts of renewable energy was targeted in various suburbs of Windhoek through a combination of rooftop installation and single point installation to a total of 3.1 megawatts was achieved. Public safety and order sector. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, the Namibian Police Force Crime Prevention Operation during the period of 2023-2024 financial year, the Khomas Region Police took part in various national crime prevention operations as well as regional operations such as Operation Rirongera, Basati, and festive season. These operations are grouped as weekend shift operations which conducted by all 10 police stations. During the said period, at least 535 liquor outlets were visited and 203 bars were closed due to non-compliance to the Liquor Act. Individual suspects were arrested for violating various laws such as Liquor Act, as well as commission of various offenses were executed in relation to GBV. During the year under review, prohibited substances or illicit drugs to the value of 1.4 million was confiscated. These include cannabis, mad drugs, tablets, crack cocaine, cocaine powder, and marijuana. 510 dangerous items and weapons, 70 firearms and alcohol and cigarettes to the value of 20,653 were also confiscated. 103 illegal immigrants were arrested. Crime investigation, there is an increase in the number of cases reported in the period under review, which is 36,380 compared to 34,824. The total number of cases pending is 104,466 and 33,474 cases were cleared during the period under review. Law traffic enforcement in the quest to maintain safe road in Khomas region, road safety was improved through implementation of the second decade of action for road safety by conducting a total number of 10,179 operations. As a result, a total number of 1,601 intensified patrol were conducted, which led to the execution of 516 warrant of arrest, 69,009 roadworthy tests were conducted, of which 350 unroadworthy vehicles were suspended. The drink and driving test led to an arrest of 1,433. A total number of 14,424 summons were issued to the value of 15 million. In addition, 2,236 summons from the court were issued to offenders, valued at 3 million. In 2023, Khomas region recorded a total number of 989 serious and fatal road crashes, and public education campaigns were conducted targeting road users, particularly pedestrians, cyclists, and school children. Procurement and logistics, the following capital projects have been completed: the fencing of land at the police village and the construction of bulk services at Babylon Police Station. The Namibian Police plan to complete the following capital projects for the next financial year, that is the upgrading of the Katutura Police Station, servicing of land at Police Village, construction of the dog school at Olympia, and the construction of Babylon Police Station. Namibia Correctional Services, during the 2023-24 financial year, the focus of the Namibian Correctional Services remain on the protection of society by providing safe, secure, and human custody of offenders, their rehabilitation, and their social integration as acceptable law-abiding citizens. Our focus remains on strengthening our rehabilitation and integration activities to reduce re-offending. This includes effort to contribute to the food production and self-sustenance, which links to the importance of just needed rehabilitation skills. Recruitment. During 2022-2023 financial year, the NCS recruited 301 recruits across the country, with 87 correctional officers deployed in Khomas region. The recent under NCS 2023-2024 recruitment process reflects a total number of 280 recruits across the country, which 53 recruits are from Khomas region. Rolling out of the rehabilitation program during the period under review, the Namibian Correctional Services introduced two-way rehabilitation program, namely an evidence-based program specifically targeting the unique risk factor of female offenders, as well as pre-release seminars designed to address the reintegration needs and concern of offenders at the Windhoek and Windhoek Female Correctional Services. Enrollment of completion of inmates in rehabilitation program, a total of 461 inmates participated in psychosocial education and vocational training program at the Windhoek Female Correctional Facility during the period under review. A total of 385 inmates completed rehabilitation program. Expansion of community service and OTA operations. The community service OTAs program involves offenders performing unpaid work for the benefit of the public in lieu of incarceration. The current community service order operations avail at the Windhoek Magistrate Court at GP Karoye Street and Mugunda Street, and Dortapes will be rolled out to the Windhoek Magistrate Court at Simeon Shihungileni Street and CA's Periodical Court in the next 2 financial years. Reintegration program and completion. The reintegration of offenders released conditionally on full parole or remission of sentence, 128 out of 129 offenders completed their sentence successfully, translating to 99% of the targeted population. This is above the 97 which was targeted in 2023-2024 Ministerial Financial Plan. One offender breached his release condition and was rearrested and readmitted to the Windhoek Correctional Facility. With regard to the offenders sentenced to serve community service orders, 41 offenders successfully completed their sentences. 2 offenders breached and both were rearrested. Civil registration, the Khomas region is serving around 490,000 people with 4 civil registration sites, all located in Windhoek, namely Khomas Regional Office, Katutura State Hospital, Windhoek Central Hospital, and Rhino Park, which is temporarily closed. The electronic birth and death certificate system is connected in 3 public and 7 private facilities in Khomas region, which demonstrate the clear collaboration between public and private sector to achieve comprehensive civil registration. However, the Katutura Health Center is not connected to because of lack of network connectivity. Achievements: electronic fingerprint capturing were successfully piloted at Khomas Regional Office. The advantage of the live scan is faster and more accurate for capturing and verification. Mobile registration was conducted in 5 constituencies and 1,262 people were registered for birth, late birth, and ID registration. International relations. Honorable Chairperson and honorable members, the existing twinning partnership between Jiangsu Province and Khomas Regional Council has recorded a resoundable number of exchange visits from our Chinese partners in the field of agriculture, mining, vocational training, trade and investment for the period in question. The region received new twinning program from Jiangxi and Guangzhou Province in the People's Republic of China. At the African continent level, the Regional Council had a twinning partnership proposal from Kunene Province in Angola and Zanzibar in the United Republic of Tanzania. The preparatory arrangements for the development of this envisaged partnership are at a very advanced stage. The sound working relations with the Chinese embassy in Namibia gave tremendous birth to many development opportunities in Khomas region and has marketed our region as a center of excellence in friendly sister relations and made it a destination of choice to many investors in the People's Republic of China and of course beyond. The region has a successful exchange visit to Jiangsu and Nanjing, Jiangxi Province this month and subsequently attended the 5th Forum of African-China Local Government Cooperation in Guangzhou in the People's Republic of China. The Khomas region received an invitation to Guangzhou International Sister City Exchange Conference and Friendship Day scheduled for the 8th and the 9th September 2024 in Guizhou City, southwest part of Guangzhou Province. The Khomas Regional Council also received a fully sponsored scholarship offer from the Guangzhou University of Traditional Chinese Medicine International Exchange and Collaboration Office. The scholarship is for undergraduates in the field of traditional Chinese medicine, clinical medicine, or Chinese and Western integrative medicine, acupuncture, and twinner. pharmacy, nursing, medical, experimental techniques, biopharmaceutical engineering, pharmaceutical preparation, and psychology of integrated traditional Chinese and Western medicine. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, in conclusion, as you all know, as a nation, we are again preparing for the upcoming national and presidential election scheduled for the 27th November 2024. Every royal and patriotic citizen of this country is expected to go to the polls to demonstrate your commitment and dedication to uphold your hard-won democracy and freedom. I therefore urge all the eligible voters of our great Khomas region to prioritize this national call with all the pride, royalty, and patriotism it deserves, in the best interest of our present and future generation. Dear Khomas residents and the fellow Namibians, it remains my strongest wish and utmost belief that we will have a peaceful election campaign and ultimately blessed 2024 national and presidential election in the land of the brave Namibia. In addition, as we are approaching the end of our given terms of office as regional governing agents, as per our respective governing legislations, let us work towards the ultimate completion of all our pending ongoing development projects in this beautiful region. Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, long live Khomas region, long live the land of the brave. And I thank you.
And if you're just tuning in, that was the governor of the Khomas region, Laura McLeod-Katjirua, wrapping up her State of the Region address, where she touched on various issues and also highlighting what they consider as the successes during this period of time that was under review. For post-discussion now, for a reaction on that State of the Region address, I'm still joined by Dr. Nomokwa Haikali, the founder and executive chairman of Youth in Agriculture Namibia, and Professor Rhoda Viraj, from the Research and Innovation Docket in the Faculty of Agriculture and Natural Science of the University of Namibia. Mr. Haikali, let's start off with you. What's your impression of the Governor's State of the Region address? Are you impressed?
Well, I think the State of the Region address by the Governor reflect on the social and the economic policies, strategies, and the programs inconsistent with the national agendas as set forth by the President and by the central government. It touched both the social interest of the well-being of the citizen, which include the health sector, improving the health accessibility, and also improving the education in the Khomas region, and also the security of the security of the people in the Khomas region, where all the citizens need really to feel safe whenever they are walking around, wherever in the Khomas. And it also touched on the economic aspect of the region. She mentioned about the infrastructure development, and she also mentioned about the tangible results that the regional council have put in place to ensure that the private sector flourish, particularly the local businesses. As well as the employment schemes that have been initiated, such as the guarantee scheme that was introduced by the Ministry of Finance to ensure that they are able to provide funding for the SMEs. But however, this still need more effort, particularly on the promotion of the jobs creation projects. I think there is a need for us to engage more area stakeholders to ensure that we create more incubation centers so that we can provide mentorship programs and the funding facilities for the SMEs that are in the Khomas, because most of the SMEs, according to the statistics, most of the region that has the highest number of SMEs is the Khomas region. And these SMEs are faced with several issues, and one of the most pressing one is access to funding. And I think this is one of the key areas that I think the area stakeholders really needs to come on board and ensure that we have tangible results. Not just mentioning about the guarantee schemes, but making sure that it impacts the local people. And one of other things that I think that also needs to be touched is the black market. We call it the black market. We went to school. We were able to study because of our mother that give us support, and most of them are the ones that are selling on the street. They sell tomatoes and so on. And I think there is also a need for a call so that the region create a very conducive environment to ensure that there will be a sustainable market for our memes and tates that are selling on the streets.
Prof. Peters, what were your impressions of the state of the region address, and did it meet your expectations?
Thank you very much. The speech of the governor was very, very conclusive, and it was very elaborate. But I would say that it covered all the economic sectors I know about. For example, the roads, the housing, the economic side was well covered, in my opinion. And then as well as the social sector, I could see there's a lot of safety nets, security, and even food security. I could see that is really well covered. What I feel like really needs a lot of zooming in is the feedback, the impact of those programs, because this is just a statement like we've done 38 XYZ, we've done 100 ABCD. But now the impact now and the coverage, and how are those policies and implementation things which were implemented impacting on the livelihood of the people? Are the people really getting that health? Is everyone being able to getting that education? Is the region food secure? After we've done all those, is the food being produced? Is there enough food, nutritious food to the people? Absolutely. So there has to be an impact study, and so that each and every of those programs seem to be felt. Because I could see from the pictures that were going out, you could see that actually work has been done, but you could see just from common sense that a lot of work is still needed. You could see even the shelters people are living in, the toilets. It is still not enough. So in the agriculture sector, for example, where is my domain, I saw the National Horticulture Program. Money was put there, it was implemented. The livestock sector, I could see poultry value chain was put there. I could see NAMSIP, the tractors are on the ground. I could see training on conservation agriculture, which really, by saying it is good, really. Now, can we zero into each section? My proposal would be, in agriculture, for example, when we look at youth in agriculture, for instance, zoom into the rural youth and get their opinion, get a forum that is able to discuss and really look into what agriculture solutions are needed by the rural youth to reach all the rural youth interested in agriculture, as well as the urban youth. Once you do that, you are likely to do a proper impact on the ground. Thanks.
Yeah, as a youth that's also in agriculture, Prof. Beresh has been speaking that it was not properly addressed. And off camera before that, we spoke about how food security is misunderstood. Food security does not mean that you have security to food, access to food, but what is the nutritious value of that food? What do you think needs to be done differently to help address? Yes, the government is doing that much, but going forward, this can only be done for a certain period of time, and as time goes, it will stretch the budget. But what can we do by using agriculture as a tool to address, or should I put it this way, to teach the men and women how to fish rather than just keep on giving them the fish?
Yeah, I think the issue of food security is one of the issues that need much more attention because it is the determining factor if the country and the nation is sustainable. And if we are talking about the food security, we are not just talking about the availability of the food, but we are talking about the availability of sufficient food, nutritious food, and if the food is affordable. And if Namibia is one of the countries with high food insecurity, of course, the government have been trying all the effort and ensuring that they drive the nation toward food security, but more needs to be done. For example, now we are dealing with a natural shock, the disaster, the drought. Yeah, and it's very necessary that the regional leadership or the country at large employ of what we call a smart agriculture. A smart agriculture where we are modeling the innovative ways of doing farming, where we add value, and the way of doing farming is not going to be affected by the availability of the rainy season. And secondly, is also to promote